Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Bear with us, checking the feed. All right, let me check the feed. Make sure everything is sound. All right, we in there. Hey, Shalom. GMS Charlotte. Back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Quadash. All right, and before we get started with this live lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and all you sincere believers out there, man. All right. So we're gonna get into this thing. It's many things that are happening. This is news and prophecy. Okay. You know, we're in the time. Look, we with mid-December, right? You know, brothers were saying a little quote at camp, you know, 2023, let's see. You know, let's see what's gonna happen. You know, everybody's anticipating, you know, major changes. Let me get the brother in there. Is the brother Quanawaf in there? There you go. Salakia. Got you in there, brother. But yeah, it's a lot of heavy shit that's happening, man. So as prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, we got to continue to remain on that watchtower, man. Before we get into the videos, start with Habakkuk 2. Start off with that. Start at the top. I'll get a shot. And y'all brothers can chime in or whatever, you know.
You want from the top?
Yeah, start from the top. I'll get a shot.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
Right, and the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we're continuously watching. Okay, the Lord told us to watch for the tokens, the signs, all the things that determine His second coming. Okay, at the end of it all, what are we waiting on? We're hastening the day of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, we part of the elect. All right, go ahead, Al.
And what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right. Go ahead, speak, Tazamak.
Because that the vision that he's speaking on is these visions and prophecies that we're seeing today, man, lining up with the MOTB, lining up with draconian measures as far as Esau Edom, setting the stage with a lot of these anti-Sim things that he's lining up. He's setting the stage for this persecution and also clearing the way and the path for his NWO, man.
That's it. That's it. Can I add on to what you said, which was so heavy? We're not going to go into it for YouTube purposes, right? But let me share the screen with y'all. Hold on. I just want to add on to what Tazamak just said. Okay, bear with me. My computer's moving a little slow. All right. Let me see if this pulls out. Okay, so this came out 2 days ago. It says combating anti-Sim. All right, and it's going to the hate crime laws as Tazamak was going into. And we would get into this video, but just using wisdom, all right, it's coming at that point in time where you're not even able to speak anything against the 48ers, man.
No,
right? Channels getting clipped, striked. It just happened to me. I created a whole new channel, my GMS Upon Precepts 4, and they gave me a strike for going in on the 48ers, small hats.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. But that's exactly what you said, man. The narrative is being set up. The persecution upon the saints of the Lord, the true believers in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because ultimately this word is worldwide right now, man. You know? So anyway, read on, Salakia. Just wanted to make that point.
God. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
You see that? The vision has been set for an appointed time, a specific time. And it said at the end it shall speak. Okay? What the prophecies are speaking right now. Yep. All right. Louder and louder each day, each week. You know? Read it again out. Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42. Isaiah 42 and verse 9. And it says, Isaiah 42 and 9, it said, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Beautiful.
And hey, as it said, man, before these prophecies start to spring forth, the men of the Lord has been on the highways and hedges for years warning you what this devil is about to do, man. Our apostles, Apostle Tahar, like we always say, Apostle Tahar had it right from the jump. He had it right. The MOTB, the charagma, the CHI hip, that's the MOTB, man. He had it right from the jump, man. And before these things start to really happening, he always made videos getting into this current prophecy that's about to take place on the whole world, as you read in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. Our temptation is going to take place on the whole world. So with Esau Edom lining up these different various draconian laws for speaking on him, he's setting a path so he can go ahead and get his MOTB in the forehead and in the hand lined up. The whole system is being set up for a major event, man.
Man, that's a spirit. You're right on time, brother. Let's get into the article, you know, because we got this video here where about Elam. It's called Neuralink. Matter of fact, let me just show it before we play it. But I did a lesson on it on my GMS upon Precepts 3, but it's called the Neuralink Nightmare. Elon's brain chip trials are a total horror show. All right, it was like over 1,500 animals that died from having this device put in their bodies. Let's say it like that. You see, so we're gonna play this video. It's about 11 minutes. We'll probably play a good chunk of it, you know, and add some spiritual commentary. But before we get that, let's get this article. That was the spirit. Okay, something major is on its way. As we said in this lesson, news and prophecy, many things are happening, Jake. All right, because this Kanye West thing, brother made a good point. This Kanye West distraction that's going on. All right, while all of this is happening, the CBDC is being prepared behind the scenes.
Yep.
Okay, they're slowly, you know, rolling this thing in. You know, so let's read this article in the spirit. And you brothers grab scriptures or whatever you got. But this is from the NOQ report. All right, it says, the title it reads, it says, we are about to witness a major move toward a cashless society. Okay, so you've been warned by the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, when these things come to pass, then you shall know that a true prophet have been among you. All right, so let's get some points out of it. It says, reading on. Okay, I'll make it a little bigger. Bear with me. Okay. So reading on, it says the war on cash has just gone to an entirely new level. When I heard that the European Union was planning to completely ban all cash transactions above 10,000 euros, I had a hard time believing it. There are so many wild rumors flying around on the internet these days, and so I wasn't going to write about it unless I could confirm it. Unfortunately, this particular rumor is quite real. Under the pretext of fighting money laundering and terrorist financing, because you know Esau always has to have a narrative. He always has to have a story.
Cyber threats and shit.
Yeah, cyber threats. You know, banks can get hacked.
Yeah,
you know,
he's doing it.
he's behind it all, right? But it says under the pretext of fighting money laundering and terrorist financing, the European Union will be entirely outlawing all cash payments greater than 10,000 euros. The following comes from the official website of the Council of the European Union. See? Let's read a little bit more. We'll grab some scriptures, or if any brother got a scriptures, go ahead and chime in. But it says, by limiting cash, Salaki, by limiting, and somebody hold Ezekiel 7 in verse 19, where it talks about how they should cash their gold and silver in the streets.
Yeah.
Right? It says, by limiting cash payments, the EU will make it harder for criminals to launder dirty money. An EU-wide maximum limit of 10,000 euros is set for cash payments. Member states will have the flexibility to impose a lower maximum limit if they wish. All right. Let's see. It says, but instead of framing But instead of framing it as a major move towards a cashless society, the EU is trying to claim that this is all about fighting terrorists. You see, is that not the same narrative?
Yep.
Anytime Esau's trying to force some underhand legislations and laws, he always, it's always fighting terrorism. That's always been the scapegoat, so to speak. The
boogeyman. It's always been a boogeyman in the room.
Exactly. Same thing with the 9/11 whole thing.
Yep.
Right. They made them the terrorists, but really they was the bullies.
Yep.
Yep.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yep. I got that Ezekiel 7:19 for you.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
Right. Now, what's heavy about that, brother shared he shared an image over there in Venezuela. All right. There was an image on social media where you literally saw the cash in the streets. Like people were throwing the cash in the streets, in the road, burning it, all that, because that shows you the money don't have any, it doesn't have any more value. Right. And it's the same thing that's going to go on here. These paper dollars, the bag, what'd you say, Yak? Salakia?
Hey, because the scriptures say what riches profit not in the day of wrath.
That's right.
So all of your little monetary wealth that you got, that you done gained throughout the years, it's not gonna uphold you and sustain you when the Lord brings straight terrorism upon this place, man.
That's right.
That's why the Lord said, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be thy stability."
That's right.
That's right. I got one for you real quick, bro.
Let me finish this off real quick.
Okay, Khan, beautiful, Khan.
Yeah, finish that out. Read it from the top again.
Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
Right. The silver and the gold it would be your money today. Go ahead.
Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Right. See, your money, your bag, all right, your FRNs is not going to be able to deliver you in the time of the Lord's judgment and wrath. Right. This is what we try to see. People think this is far-fetched. People can't really imagine, not being able to go to the bank to purchase things with cash, that's going to be cut off.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
Yeah, it's a stumbling block, man. And people are going to completely lose it. This is why, as we're entering in the time of 2023, which was literally weeks away, right? We're getting ready to see crimes. We're getting ready to see the spirit of the division, all these different things that are plaguing America. We're about to see this stuff escalate. You see?
Yeah. Hey, look, you want me to jump down to 25?
Yeah, jump down to verse 25.
Yeah, jump down to Ezekiel 7:25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Right. See, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, but there should be none. This is why we're trying to tell you, Jakes, to come out of the world, to come out of Babylon, man. Meaning to repent and to detach yourself spiritually from this place. All right, because if you don't, you're gonna be thrust through. You're gonna be one. You're gonna fall out here in the streets, man. All right, when this shit is gonna overtake you, Jake, if you don't come out of the ways of Babylon the Great.
That's right.
You go ahead. I had a precept.
Kind, just real brief. This Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Hey, just going into the all the snares. Hey, what you got on the screen right now, man? He's writing these legislations up every week behind the nose of the people, hitting them with these various distractions, with the Kanye West and the Kyrie Irving and various other things. He's distracting the people, but at the same time, he's doing these major psyops to manipulate the minds of the people, man. Because he's doing a lot of psyops out here that these people don't really understand what he's doing, man. All this weather, all this crazy ass weather and shit like that. Everybody getting sick one week and everybody straight one week, because he's about to really do something. Come around year 2023, and like we said, if you ain't seen that movie Songbird yet, I advise you to watch it, man, because that movie tell you the system that this devil wants to set up. And the WHO, I think the WHO, they're talking about Biden is signing this bill with the WHO, an organization, the World Health Organization, will get them all power and authority concerning any type of outbreak. So that's already showing you what they're coming with. That's exactly off the damn movie, man. Yeah. That's exactly off the movie, man. Giving the blue hats the freedom to roam in these streets and goddamn grab anybody they say that is contagious. Remember they said that in New York when the shit hit. Remember the mayor was saying they was trying to come up with a bill that they can deem anybody they say contagious, they can put them in a concentration or re-education center, man. Same, it was New York and it was Washington, and that's the same. That's how you know Esau's tacky. Washington was up there, and Washington was the same place that got hit first with the Crown Royal 99. Then it got hit in New York, and then these the same two areas where you trying to hit. Let's say we can quarantine you without your rights if we deem you contagious, man. They signing bills for that shit, man.
Crazy. That's why your head got to be on the swivel, man. Go ahead, what you got?
I got a precept for the brother Tazamat, where he was just speaking on this Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And that's what you see. Yeah, what you was just speaking on, brother. Go ahead.
But that's what you see. Why Jake's got their head in the goddamn sand. Your enemy is sharpening the sword every day. He's preparing to make some major moves out here, man. Like some real major moves. It's no coincidence all these goddamn people is just dropping fucking dead around you, man. When he really make this move, we gonna see people dropping fucking dead, man. You gonna see that shit. And that's gonna really bring fear upon people. Remember what BG said? BG said the Crown Royal 99, if that didn't get him, the next one will. These people, this motherfucker, he's all psycho, man.
Hey, I want to add on something too, dealing with this article, because the times of peace are not nowhere in sight. All right, now check this out, because we were just talking about these legislations that are being passed, and right under the table, right under the people's nose, as all these people are distracted, with all this shit that's going on, the folly. But it says Biden executive order, a direct threat to the dollar. Let's read this. All right. And it gives like a brief detail of this executive order 14067, right? It says, because December 13th was yesterday, right? Yep. The whole Biden Bucks ordeal, So anyway, it says on March 9th, 2022, President Biden quietly signed executive order 14067. And there's videos out there, Biden signing all this shit, and he said that he didn't even know what he was signing.
Right. I don't know. He said, I don't know what I'm signing here.
Come on, man. It says buried inside this order is a sinister provision that could give the government unprecedented control over your money and freedom. Okay, it's all about total control. Okay, it says, in fact, this provision sets the stage for legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens, right?
I.e., facial recognition. All these cameras out here, that's what they're doing now. Esau been setting up the stage, for these times. The laws just wasn't coming into effect till certain times after.
Yes.
Like, for example, when Obama was in office, he signed all the orders for the alphabetical crews.
Yep.
Right. But now it didn't come into effect until another president was in office.
Yeah.
What I mean? It was the same way. All these things getting signed, but the time. What I mean? It's just the time.
Like we read in Habakkuk, the prophecies were set for an appointed time.
That's right.
Right. That's right. So it says legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens, total control over your bank accounts and purchases. See, that CBDC, all purchases, transactions are all going to be monitored and controlled, man.
Yep.
Right.
And the ability to silence all dissenting voices.
Ooh, and that's what's going on right now. And the ability to silence all dissenting voices for good. You see, famine of the word, hate speech laws, all these things to silence those that are speaking out. Right? You had something out?
I had something right quick to add to that.
Go ahead.
Because with the governments being able to pretty much usurp authority over the existing monetary system, it's near, and a lot of people are oblivious to this happening. You recently had with the FTX decentralized cryptocurrency, which was like a top prominent company, they just went into bankruptcy. Now, on Yahoo Finance, there was a article posted December 8th that says some central banks reportedly looking to issue a CBDC within 10 years. Now, we know this is a far off timetable, but it's going to happen sooner than that.
Right.
So it says crypto is in the depths of a winter recently spurred by bankruptcy filing from some of the most prominent companies, including Exchange, FTX, and crypto lenders Celsius Network. But these market conditions have only convinced countries to develop central bank digital currencies. So with the collapse of these decentralized currencies that were existing on the marketplace, you know, like your FTX, your fucking Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? All of those various cryptocurrencies that now are being debased and really started to show forth that there's no security really gives a heightened sense of control for the government to go ahead and step in with a centralized banking solution, you know, right, to offer security. You know what I'm saying? So they're pretty much cutting off any type of, because that was the intent of these decentralized cryptocurrencies, you know, to pretty much offer an alternative to the control of the bankers.
Right.
But now with the collapse of that, pretty much the bankers are like, look what happened. See what happened? You lost billions of dollars. Nobody knows what happened. Come back to us. We're a centralized banking institution.
Right.
You can trust us.
Right. We have the solution.
Right. They have the solution. But like it says, it's total control. And it silences you, because at that point, there's not going to be any alternative any longer.
Exactly. I got a precept. If anybody got something, I got a precept. You got something, Tazamak? Oh, no,
I'm looking for something, bro.
Okay, Khan, I'm going to bring out this precept and I'm going to finish out the article. That's a good point. A beautiful point, Tazamak. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shah of hosts." So now the Lord is ultimately, at the end of the day, this is the Lord operating everything. But he's using the elites on the left-hand side to squeeze society. Okay? And that's everything with all these legislations being passed. That's exactly what's going on. All right. These decrees that are being signed are going to strip the rights away from the people. Okay, your money and your financial transactions is all going to be watched over and controlled.
Okay? And I just looked something up because he's so crafty with it. He's about to make it where Jake's going to submit to this system. As I was watching the brother Micah Allah yesterday. And this is I'm gonna let you. Do you still making your point, Capo?
No, I'm gonna read the rest of the article when you finish.
Because look, after you bring that article out, I want to bring in this article out how California is trying to get reparations to Jake, and this is lining up what you brothers is going into. If they they really get Jake to this, trying to get this reparations, then it's gonna have to be digital. So Jake, Jake's gonna end up submitting to that, taking that free money.
Right. Can you imagine that? Hey, take this CHIP if you want to get your payment. Jake gonna be like, shit.
Same way they tried when they said you can't work unless you get the juice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They big experiment. That was the first experiment. That was the first rollout. They know who's gonna stand back. They know who's gonna be willing. You know what I mean? That was just another device, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. 2 Corinthians 2:11.
Yeah, exactly.
We ain't ignorant of devices.
That's right. I'm gonna finish this out. All right. So let's read this again. All right, from the top. It says on March 9th, 2022, President Biden quietly signed Executive Order 14067. Buried inside this order is a sinister provision that can give the government unprecedented control over your money and freedom. Are you listening, Jake? Okay. It says, in fact, this provision sets the stage for legal government surveillance of all U.S. citizens, total control over your bank accounts and purchases, That's hell, man. That's why we read in Isaiah 19 that the Lord was going to put a cruel Lord over these people. Okay. It says, and the ability to silence all dissenting voices for good. Okay. Get rid of the opposition. It says, it's no wonder why Fox News recently called this a, quote, a deeply troubling development. Okay. Basically, they're telling you that the people are fucked, right? It says, still, most Americans have never even heard of Executive Order 1467, right? It says, this is why today Jim Records, a world-renowned economist and former advisor to both the CIA and the Pentagon, have just sounded the alarm on this troubling new development. And it goes into it. It's a video out there where he breaks it all down. We're not going to play it, you know, but what you had.
Yeah. Hey, this that word. So, you know, just for the edification, dissenting, if you go back to the third tier, said, in the ability to silence all dissenting voices for good. And I looked that word dissenting up. It says holding or expressing opinions that are at variance with those commonly or officially held.
Yeah, those that are in power. So if your opinions differ to those that are in power, hey, you're gonna be wiped out essentially.
Yep.
You know.
Con, you set me up.
Go ahead, Doc.
Con. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 21. This for you, elder. It says, that make a man an offender up for the word and lay a snare for him that reprove in the gate.
Yeah, man. You know, you become a essentially you become a target, man. You know, we understand that. That's part of this thing, but we're gonna continue to blow the trumpet. We're gonna continue to warn our people of this upcoming destruction, man. The great trial and affliction that's set upon to come upon Jacob's trouble. All right, all these things essentially tie into Jacob's trouble. I got a quick precept. All right, we just rolling in the spirit. Right, but this is Matthew. All right, Matthew chapter 24, and verse 22, and it reads. Matter of fact, we'll start at 21. Matthew 24 and 21. Red letter Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." All right. So this tribulation that's coming in these last days is going to be unprecedented. It's going to be unheard of, man.
Yep.
Right. Verse 22. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved." And look how fast all these things have came upon us, man. Yep. Right? We already damn near in 2023. You know, the Lord, matter of fact, let's read on. Except Matthew 24 and 22, except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. So hey, the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai is speeding all these things up, these prophecies, these signs, these tokens for the very elect's sake. That shows you that what? Romans 13, salvation is nearer than we believe.
That's right.
You know, it's close. What you got? Your brothers go in.
Well,
I want to
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead. I just had a precept piggybacking off, you know, what the elect out here doing, because you know we've been proclaiming. So Spirit jumped on me. This is Jeremiah 3 and 12, and this is what this is what the men of the Lord been doing. "Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, Return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep my anger forever." So that's why you got the Lord out here on the highways and byways proclaiming, and that we know that land of north, if I'm not mistaken, that's a represent America, right? Babylon.
Yep.
So you know that's what you got the men out here doing, and we've been doing that day in and day out, you know, and before us, our elders and apostles as well.
That's right.
And that's where it started at. So I'm gonna read it again. It's Jeremiah 3 and 12. "Go and proclaim these words toward the north and say, Return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you. For I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep my anger forever."
Yeah. So this is the time that our people are supposed to be in the spirit of repentance, man, coming back to the Lord, putting off Babylon, the world, All right, putting yourself in the proper position to serve the Lord, to be pleasing unto the Most High, right? So that we can be found under His mercy. Would you say, y'all?
Making yourself ready.
That's it. I got a precept. So, like, go ahead.
Now you got it, bro. You got it. I bring mine behind yours.
All right. Sirach 18 and 21 in the Apocrypha, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 21, it says, verse 20, it says, before judgment examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. All right. So we are to be in the spirit of examining ourselves and making sure that we're walking pleasing to the Most High. Are we putting up a righteous sacrifice? Are we doing what we need to do to be found worthy, acceptable men, as we were going into, acceptable men to receive that salvation, right? Verse, jumping down, same chapter, Sirach 18 and 24, it says, think upon the wrath that should be at the end. Okay, so we're thinking about, we're meditating upon the wrath. We're giving Jake all the signs, all the news. This is what's getting ready to happen, right? So think upon the wrath that should be at the end, in the time of vengeance, when He shall turn away His face. Okay, and what that means is what? Grace and mercy is no longer going to be available.
That's right.
Okay, when the Lord turns His face, that's it. It's judgment, right? That's why you're supposed to enter into these doors of grace and mercy right now, man. You know, what you got out.
All right. Hey, basically kind of going on the same thing you were saying. It says, this is Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. It said, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So, Jake, we already know how our people, they on that CPT time, man. They're going to be bullshit to all hell start coming in, man. And that's when they really going to understand that they should have really tried to get right with the men of the Lord, man. You got to make yourself ready, man. You got to get yourself right with the Lord, because we can clearly see through all these things that's been happening throughout these last few years here in America, shit just keep getting worse and worse, man. And then Jake's still in that mindset of thinking things is going to go back to the way it was, but it's just getting worse and worse, man. And it ain't getting no better for our people.
Absolutely. I'm going to add on to that before we play that video clip. But like you said, Tazama, this is from Trending Politics. It says, watch, Biden still has no economic plan. Says he hopes, quote unquote, inflation will go down next year.
Shit.
Right. Get Jeremiah 51. There's no healing in Babylon. Let's get that real quick.
God. Yeah.
Man, this dude is oblivious, man.
God.
I ain't through, bro. Next year. This shit done, bro. This shit ain't no next year.
51 and 8.
Con, I'm right here.
Go ahead, Al.
Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed.
Right. Balm is like a healing ointment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It said, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Go ahead.
And it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
She is not healed, man.
Nope.
Babylon is not going to be healed. There's not going to be any type of financial restoration, all right, for the society. Nope. It's over, man. Okay, and this is all being strategically done through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai in the left hand. Okay, because these devils, what do they need? They need chaos. They need order out of chaos.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
It said, "Let us go, everyone into his own country." It says, "For her judgment have reached unto heaven and lifted up even to the skies."
Yeah, for her judgment have reached unto heaven, man. This place is about to be rewarded, man. For all the filth and degeneracy, the moral decadence, okay, that satanic do as thou will spirit. You see this place is being aired out, dealing with pedophilia, sex trafficking, you know? You gonna say something?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it out because I'm gonna jump into Nahum. I'm gonna jump around in Nahum 3 real quick. This is Nahum chapter 3. And I started verse 4, and I'm going to jump down. It says, because the multitudes of the whoredoms of the world-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, as the elder brother's going into. America's been put on blast, man. What is that? Bullshit-ass clothing line last week. Ball is king. That shit got exposed and shit. and showing that she's this America, the harlot, the world's favorite harlot, is the mistress of witchcraft, man. Is the head honcho of this wickedness, man. All your Disney and all these fucking goddamn clothing line designers, all this shit go back to idol worship. And that's how you know we're in Babylon the Great. And it's because all this shit, like we all say, this shit that they push out has vibrations on it, which lead to the spiritual demon Satan, man. And it says that sale of nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft, man. And that's America to a T, man. You got these bitches in Saudi Arabia over there twerking and shit, man. You got, hell, you see it at camp. You got bitches from Iran marching in our streets here in Babylon because them bitches over there don't want to keep their ancient customs, man. That's you drinking. That's you been drunken philosophies of America, man. Yep. And it says, verse 5, it says, "Behold, I'm against these stuff, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face," as an elder brother's going to, known for this pedophilia and shit. Over 400,000 kids get missing yearly in America, and nobody's goddamn speaking up and asking why. That's showing you how fucking wicked this place is, man. Because they selling these kids as a commodity behind the scenes with this black market shit, this dark web. This place, America, is wicked, man. And it says, "I will show them."
And I want to say, and you can't talk about none of that. Nope. You know, you can't bring it out. Shows you that this place it supports wickedness. Go ahead, Al.
And it said, "I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame." Man, cause what Putin say? What he say about America, bro? How you say it, Capo?
The Satanic West. You know. So this place is being called out on every side, man. That's why the reward of Babylon is due. You know, we're moving closer every day to the ultimate judgment of Babylon the Great. You know. So anyway, you had something else out? Anybody had anything else?
Yeah, I had a quick precept.
Bring it out.
Land back. Job 10 and 21. "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death," referencing America. Verse 22, "A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness." And for the longest, you know, pursuant to Isaiah 25:7, that veil, you know, was on the minds of the people. But now that veil is being pulled back, and people are actually starting to see America for what it is. You know, a cesspool of wickedness, a nation of degeneracy, a nation that is just bugged the hell out, and that's ripe for destruction. Because as we continue on with the lesson, this is all just proving forth that this society is on the way out, man. Because these things that are happening are signs and indicators of a collapsing kingdom.
That's right. Absolutely, to the T. You know. We'll play this clip, and we're gonna play that Elon Musk video in 1 second. I just wanted to listen this real quick. Hold on.
Thank you very much.
Can you say when you expect prices to get back to normal, Mr. President?
I hope by the end of next year we're much closer. I can't make that prediction. I'm convinced they're not going to go up. I'm convinced they're going to continue to
No solution.
That nigga see now, man.
That motherfucker threw. You should have let that motherfucker in the bed, man.
Right. There's no solution for this place, man. All right. There's no healing. There's no healing Babylon, man. Look at this. Inflation is a tax on all Americans. Eggs are up 49%. Airlines fares are up 36%. And also, there's news going out about the because of these fuel shortages, there's going to be travel disruptions. So you ain't going to be able to move as frequently as you like to. You know, milk is up 14%. Electricity is up. Bills are high as hell, man. Beating ads, right? Groceries are up. Chicken is up. Gas is up. Baby food is up. And this was December 13th, 2022, right? So you can't get around this thing, man. It's a done deal. So anyway, let's play this clip. Let's get into this real quick, and then you know, we'll wrap it up. Just want to touch on some different points. All right, so this is kind of the latest thing that's been out there that's hitting the feed. All right, Neuralink nightmare Elon Musk brain chip trials are a total horror show. All right, so let's play and commentate off this real quick. All right.
device company Neuralink is now facing a federal investigation over statements coming from internal staff indicating that the way animal trials were run within the company were cruel and certainly broke, according to their accusations, animal welfare laws. Now, the complaints allege that the animal testing that's being conducted has been rushed, leading to needless suffering and deaths of said animals. Now, the federal probe, which...
And like I said before, we heard this story before as well with the juice, all right, on how they rushed the, they rushed the trials. They weren't really for sure. And now look at the result of all of that shit, man. People are dropping dead all over the place.
Yep.
Right?
And he's being cruel to the animals, man. The scriptures speak on that. You don't supposed to be doing, that's wickedness that you're doing to the Lord's creation, man.
Has not been previously reported, so this is the update to the story, was opened in recent months by the United States Department of Agriculture's Inspector General at the request of a federal prosecutor, according to two sources with knowledge of the investigation. The probe, one of the sources said, focuses on violations of the Animal Welfare Act, which governs how researchers treat and test some animals. Now, Neuralink is a company that, look, it seeks to do something wonderful. So I want to be fair and honest about that, because the idea is implanting some sort of chip in the brain or of a paralyzed individual so they're able to communicate with the computer and be somewhat.
That's a sales point.
Yeah.
That's a sales point right there. That's what Esau used. That's gonna be the cool way of saying this is why you should get this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your loved ones could see again, or your loved one paralyzed, he could walk again. You know, he's trying to become I think I just seen Priest do a lesson on this. They trying to become God.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's all he's doing, man.
I got a quick precept.
You want 2 Thessalonians?
Yup, you already know.
Okay.
Start at verse 4 and read down.
Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, who opposes and exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, I did. I just posted a video on this channel as well, going into to what's it called, Ectolab or something like that, where they built the world's first artificial birthing pods, right? Just like how they showed it on the Matrix. This man, he has the ability, to manipulate cells and create life. This is him putting himself in the position of the Most High.
Go ahead. Hey, what was we talking about last week? The sleeves and shit.
Yep.
How he had them little sleeves things, like if you can upload your consciousness and shit.
Right.
This man, the demon, man. And it says, verse 5, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
That's right.
And now ye know that withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Yeah, that this devil might be revealed in this time, the son of perdition. Go ahead.
It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right. So he has to fulfill that left-hand side. All right. Until it's time for him to be taken out of the way. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And that's happening. All right. He's being revealed. At the time of his fall, he would be exposed as the wicked man. Okay. And that's being done by the prophets of the Lord, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
Verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right. And this is what we're hearing in this video. All right, dealing with this C-hip. Okay, the ability to make a person who can't walk again, a blind man see. These are all those signs and lying wonders, because as it's being pushed and marketed as something beneficial for society, at the end is all about what? Tapping into your spirit and controlling you. That's the snare. That's the snare of it all. While it's being presented as new and innovative, this is how society is upgrading. All of that. The trap behind it is what? To ensnare your soul, man.
Yep.
So let's play some more of the video. That's it on that.
Okay. I had a quick precept, if I may.
Go ahead, bro.
Sirach chapter 13 and verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. And that's what they're doing with this dude, Elon Musk. You know, nobody is really, you know, questioning, you know, the intent behind this mad scientist endeavor. You know, like as the brother Mahar has said, you know, they're pushing it out there on this wave of making it seem cool and a way to pretty much restore you back to, you know, normalcy. You know, how you once were before you may have gotten, you know, certain injuries that affected you for, you know, permanent reasons, you know, or maybe you just want to be, you know, linked in with the technology to be, you know, a smarter person. Whatever reason they presenting at the end of the day, you know, it's not really what it is, but based upon the fact that it's coming from a man that's wealthy and he's of a quote unquote high stature, you know, a lot of people are leaning into this idea more than ever. Exactly. Right. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. And, you know, that could be likened unto us, because here it is, we're speaking out against this, but people are looking at us as, you know, opposition, you know?
Right.
I mean, like, who are you? You don't even understand how this works and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, what's gonna come to pass is, as we've seen with these people that went down to Egypt and they bought into the Jabberwocky package, right? They're gonna be the same ones that are gonna run down and get that sea hip.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. I got to get that scripture before we play on. It's Isaiah 30. It's Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit." All right, because that covering is a false covering.
Yeah.
Right. You trust in the system, the government. You believe what Esau says, the president, the Congress. You know, that's a false covering. Right. It says that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. See, verse 2, it says that walk down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. All right. This system of Egypt, our people wholeheartedly believe in it. You know, that basically this system has Jake's best interest at heart. Our people genuinely believe that. Right. Verse 3. That's why scripture say our people trust in a nation that could not save them. Right.
Yep.
Isaiah 30:3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow your confusion. Right? You got it, Ataz, if you want to speak.
There's gonna be the shame of that confusion, man. Because a lot of these people, you know, as brothers did a lesson weeks back, you know, it's new reports that's coming out as, you know, Akim, you know, the elders and apostles and bishops all the way down have, you know, told our people, no, you don't need to go ahead and take that package. You don't need to go ahead and take that juice. Now we're starting to see the fruit of what came about from walking down and trusting in Egypt. The majority of the people that are dying from the C-19 were the people that got juiced in. You know? And it's going to be the same trend that occurs when people go ahead and take that charagma, and they get that grievous sore, and ultimately catapult themselves into being fit for Revelations 14 and 9 through 10.
Yeah,
you see? Second death. And they're going to be completely confused. Like, damn, I thought I was trying to get a one-up on society. No. You put yourself into a position to where you were fit for death.
Right.
A worse position.
That's right.
Hey, we are not to be ignorant in anything, either a small matter or a great matter, man. Roughly paraphrasing.
That's right.
So there's no excuse, Jake. Right? So let's go back to the video and play some more. You have something, Tazamat?
Real brief, just real brief. It's backing you up. Just Isaiah 36:6. Lo thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it, And that's what you're seeing, like the brothers is going to. You went down to Egypt and you trusting in this system, and this system has gradually been falling right before your eyes, man. It's circling the drain.
Yep.
And it's literally through the spirit is gonna pierce you too. But that's not what it's speaking about. But it's literally gonna pierce you in the long run.
Exactly. Bite you in the ass in the long run.
Yep.
Basically somewhat free to function on their own, right? So they're looking to accomplish something really great, but obviously there are laws and regulations in place for a reason, to protect animal welfare, to ensure that these trials aren't rushed, to ensure that certain protocols are met. And based on what the internal staff has been alleging, those protocols were not met, and there was a lot of pressure to rush through these trials, which led to, according to them, unnecessary deaths of countless, I don't want to say countless, 1,500, possibly more animals.
Yeah, you know it's more than that, man. So they rushed through these trials. This nigga was putting devices in their brains, right? And the animals ended up dying, you know? And you want this shit to be put in your body? Right? Yeah, you gonna let this nigga put this in your body, man?
Yeah.
Hey, that's exactly. They had to rush the trial because this devil knows that his time is short, man. They got to get these things pushed out, right? That's why we read it earlier. The Lord sped the times up for the elect's sake, man. Esau knows that this is the end of his kingdom, right?
Now, the specific complaints come from more than 20 former and current employees at Neuralink. In all, the company has killed about 1,500 animals, including more than 280 sheep, pigs, and monkeys, following experiments since 2018, according to records reviewed by Reuters and sources with direct knowledge of the company's animal testing operations.
And I want to say this too. The movie Implanted, right? In that movie, they showed you people signed up to get the C-hip put in their body, and what happened? Goddamn Siri took over their brain, bro. Like Siri had full control over their body. The AI, the artificial intelligence that was embedded in them, it took them over, right?
Yep, that was the whole point of them getting them getting upgraded a couple years ago. And the dude said, "Come get upgraded, get your upgrades, because them nanobots is gonna actually help and enhance that technology to the people that got the C-hip, man."
Yeah, you're gonna be controlled basically by a demon. Right? Hey, Apostle Gabar will bring out that word demon. Doesn't it go back to intelligence?
Yep.
What is this technology called? Artificial intelligence.
Yep.
You see? Think about it.
Yeah, you also had Elon Musk outright say that, you know, those AIs is actual like demons.
Yeah, he said that shit.
You know.
he said, "Hey, look it up, nigga. It's a quote."
He said they were sentient or something like that, meaning they were aware, they had consciousness, they could think on their own.
Yep.
You know,
and they make fucking movies about this shit. Our Robot was gradually telling you what the hell he was about to do when they made Our Robot with Will Smith a long time ago.
Come on,
they was telling you. Esau Ben had this technology. He deal with gradualism. He gradually pushes this out, man. But he tried to put it like it's such a good thing and an innovative, the new wave and shit like that. Especially he gonna use you niggas. He gonna use these niggas to help push this shit, because you know Jake makes shit look cool and shit. So he's gonna start using these celebrities and make this shit look all cool and fashionable. Because you got your smart watches that tell you how much you weigh and monitor your heartbeat and your sleep patterns and shit. Well, that's nothing but a baby step for him, because he wants to get it inside of you, man.
Exactly.
So Reuters did a pretty good investigation into this themselves. They looked at the documents, they interviewed dozens of individuals who either had worked at Neuralink or currently work at Neuralink. And here's what they found. They identified 4 experiments involving 86 pigs and 2 monkeys that were marred in recent years by human errors. The mistakes weakened the experiment's research value and required the test be repeated, leading to more animals being killed, 3 of the current and former staffers said. The 3 people attributed the mistakes to a lack of preparation by a testing staff working in a pressure cooker environment. And the pressure cooker environment is a comment or statement that you see repeated over and over again by the employees, by the staff, that, you know, there are certain methods in place that you should follow to prevent unnecessary deaths of the animals that are, you know, being used in these trials. And there's this constant pressure to rush, get it done, be more hardcore.
You see, they got to rush. They got to rush. He got to speed this thing up. You know, this is all spiritual, right? Quick precept, Job 13:4. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. See that? This man is a physician of no value. All right. All this death, animals dying, the trial and error. You know, Esau's a complete devil, man.
He's a demon.
You know, he's a demon, man. And you trust this man to put this this device in you? You know,
you fucking idiots. I got one for you, Cap.
You got one? Go ahead.
Kind. This is 2 Corinthians.
We'll play a little bit more. We'll play a little bit more rapid. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, we just want to make a few points there. There's a lot of things happening. You know.
Kind. This is this for you, Cap. This 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14, and it says, "And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light." This technology.
Yeah, it's technology, man. You know, he presents himself as he's really a righteous man. He's trying to benefit humanity. You know, that's how he comes. You know, Satan is transforming himself into an angel of light, man. Even going into these false prophets, the vocab alones.
Yep.
All right. These devils are against the scriptures, right? But they present themselves as righteous men, but really they're in opposition of the true word.
Yep.
You know.
Verse 15, it says, "Therefore it is no greater thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works." This
man is wicked. All right. And Elon Musty and Kill Gates, them niggas are nothing but just low level witches under the elites. You know.
Yep.
They're the what's the word I'm looking for? They're the
warlocks.
They're the face of this thing, man.
Yeah, kind of foot soldiers.
You know? Foot soldiers. All right. They all do the bidding of the elite. See?
Which then leads to these animals needlessly dying, and then they have to do the trial again. I mean, which, by the way, takes up more time. It's just so stupid and insanely cruel to the animals, of course. Now, the sources characterized that figure as a rough estimate, the 1,500 figure as a rough estimate, because the company actually does not keep precise records on the number of animals tested and killed. There are other animals like rats and mice that are not included at all. So just something to keep in mind, a caveat that I think is important. Now, one employee in messages seen by Reuters wrote an angry missive this year to colleagues about the need to overhaul how the company organizes animal surgeries to prevent hack jobs. The rush schedule, the employee wrote, resulted in underprepared and overstressed staffers scrambling to meet deadlines and making last-minute changes before surgeries, which of course, that raises risks to the animals. And I think the risks were carried out with the insane number of animals that died during these clinical trials. The mistakes leading to unnecessary animal deaths included one instance in 2021 when 25 out of 60 pigs in a study had devices that were the wrong size implanted in their heads, an error that could have been avoided with more preparation. So what is this really about? Okay, do I think that there's this intentional effort by employees and leadership at Neuralink to be cruel to animals, to kill animals? No, I don't think that's what's driving this. What's driving this is what drives a lot of the problems that we see in society today.
Money.
The profit motive behind it.
Absolutely.
The competition behind it. And in the communications that Elon Musk,
that's the spirit, but I didn't want to speak too prematurely, right? Because I was just through a spirituality, paying attention to what's going on.
Right.
Elon Musk, he's money, right?
Right.
Like that's what he do. He's big money oriented. That's what he do. He got the bread.
Right.
He is kind of like on that Trump shit, going against what they got, right? But at the same time, I see what he's doing. He trying to pretty much invest in his own chip. So motherfuckers to take his chip.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I see what they're doing through the spirit. I don't want to speak too prematurely, but he just kind of said the same thing. The prophet, you know what I mean? And that's what's going on. He battling against whether you're on the left or the right, he battling against one of them sides over the money. You know what I mean? And that's how it's panning out. Now that's why you got the news broadcaster talking against them, right? Because we know who controls that. Right. It's on the other side. Right.
He played both sides.
Yeah, but Elon Musk got bread, right? So with bread come power, so he got some kind of leverage.
Right.
So that's all they're doing. I see what they're doing.
Yeah, it's all spiritual.
It's all spiritual.
Right. Yeah. What you had some Tazama?
Oh no. The brother's on point, man. That's how you know these are Edomites in the last days. Same thing that was happening to the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the fall of so-called Britain, with all them coming and fighting amongst each other. These Edomites been doing this for centuries, man. They fight amongst each other, man. They're greed. It's all about greed and covetousness, man.
Yeah, in-house fighting and shit. You know,
fighting with your brother and shit in the house. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing.
All over power and control.
I want the big room.
CEO of Neuralink has had with the staff. It's abundantly clear that he's concerned that he's not going to beat the competition, and they got to go. You got to get it out there. We want to move on to the next phase of trials. We got to start doing the trials on humans.
See, gotta start doing the trials on humans. So you can take this shit if you want to, and see what's going to happen, man. That's why we telling Jake, do not put this shit in your body, man. All right, the scriptures tell you, never trust thy enemy. It's written for a reason. Okay? Animals are dying. This stuff is causing cancer in animals and shit, man. All right? Radiation, man. Hey, Jake is going to learn one way or another, man. You know? You better take heed to these prophecies, Jake. You know, I got one scripture and we can wrap. That's pretty much the point. I want to get the main points there in that video because it's a heavy video. It's about 11 minutes long. You can go back and watch it on your own. All right. I want to bring out this scripture real quick. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:5. It's the characteristics, the spirit of Esau. Habakkuk 2:5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. All right. His different philosophies. All right. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as his death. All right. Everything about this man is hell and death, destruction, oppression, right? It says, it cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, all right? And it's spiritual because we're in a time where these devils are really pushing this one world order, all right? Trying to bring all people together to be one nation, this whole NWO spirit that's out here, man. That Tower of Babel spirit, Nimrod, man.
Yep.
You know. Y'all got anything else from that?
Nah, but just hey, you said it, bro. This exactly the same shit that they've been trying to do for centuries, man. But they feel like they're gonna fulfill their ultimate goal here in these last days, man. But hey, they about to get they get set up for the ultimate snare, which is Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah is he's playing them right to the chess move, man. He's doing this for the elect's sake, man. He's forcing that, like you said. What that she kept saying, time. That's all you kept hearing. Why? Because the Most High is forcing Esau's hand, man. He knows his time is short, man. He's seeing all the men of the Lord, even with these other camps, that's still pushing the vibration of Israel. So he's seeing that Israel are waking up on his streets, man. And he can't do nothing about it, man. So he knows his time is short, man.
That's it. We'll end it off with this. This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. See? So at the end of the day, this new world order, you know, all the plans of the wicked elite are going to be crushed. They're going to be stopped. All right. The scripture said that the Lord is going to break the scepter of the wicked, man. The rulers of the wicked, you know? So, hey, You know, that's it. Y'all brothers got anything else? You know,
that's it.
That's it, man. So we pray that this lesson was edifying to all you sincere believers out there in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai, news and prophecy. You know, many things are happening around the earth. Take heed, and Yahweh Hashem Shai is on his way back. All right. We'll close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
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 That's right. That's right.